Thanks for tuning into NBA Info. My name is Mario Morgan, and today we're going to dive into what type of players are needed to excel in Victor Wembanyama's NBA, as well as a special highlight video highlighting just how much he changed the game. First off, Victor is taking the NBA by storm. His size, length, athleticism are causing headaches for the competition. All the impressive things about Victor Wembanyama, one of the most impressive is his fourth quarter production. At 78.9% from the floor in the fourth quarter, he's already second in the league. So in winning time, he's been taking over games and being a force for the San Antonio Spurs. In my preseason prediction, I thought San Antonio would make the playoffs, and everything we saw from Victor shows that they're going to be a force to reckon with in the NBA now, not later. 6 games in, he's devastating the league, and he's a matchup problem every moment. Having the right players who can match up physically and compete with players such as Victor is essential going forward as teams design and build their teams to compete to the new dynamic landscape the NBA has upon us. One such player who showed he's ready to take that challenge is Scotty Barnes, who last night had a great game versus Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs, leading the Toronto Raptors to an overtime victory. Scotty Barnes is one of 5 players, with Bron, Luka, Embiid, and Joker, the other 4, who are averaging 22, 9, and 5 this season already. Only Embiid is averaging 2+ blocks a game. That kind of impact Scotty Barnes is bringing to the game, which only future Hall of Famers are hitting right now, shows how much growth he has made and how much of an impact he's going to be in the season going forward. Chet Holmgren is showing that he too is a force that has to be reckoned with every moment he's on the floor. Already setting the franchise record with blocks. Now with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out with injury, Chet really is taking on the offensive load and showing that he's ready to make an impact on both ends and change the game with his size and length. Another player I love watching is Ausar Thompson of the Detroit Pistons. He reminds me so much of Andrei Kirilenko, the first player where 5x5 came in common: 5 points, boards, rebounds, assists, and steals. Already he's flirting with those numbers. Ausar Thompson too is making history, becoming the 3rd rookie along with Kevin Garnett and Ralph Sampson to have 14 points, 9 boards, 4 assists, 4 steals, 4 blocks in the game. Eventually, a 5x5 game seems inevitable by this kid as he's all over the floor, and his length, athleticism, and IQ on both ends is a terror as he makes an impact for the Detroit Pistons. Keep an eye on this kid. There are a couple up-and-coming players who I definitely feel fits the mold for this new NBA, where size and athleticism and those elite physical attributes is essential in order to make an impact. Jalen Johnson of the Atlanta Hawks has just moved recently into the starting lineup and is showing that all that promise he showed at Duke is really going to come to the forefront as he's been taking this leadership role with the Atlanta Hawks. As Quinn Snyder continues to remake the Atlanta Hawks, look for Jalen Johnson's role to continue to grow as he fits in well next to Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. One player I've been higher on than most is Talen Horton-Tucker. His unique size and athleticism and length is a devastating matchup against most NBA players. As Horton-Tucker's playmaking skills continue to improve, he's going to be the type of player needed in the NBA going forward. Someone with the size, athleticism, and length to make plays in a game where the space is not going to be there. As Victor has dominated the NBA already and has beaten the Phoenix Suns twice, I wonder why Bull hasn't gotten the opportunity. I'm not the smartest man in the world, but if I'm playing against a 7'4" guy, I need to have my 7'2" guy in the game. This is now Victor's NBA. We're under Shaq rules. If you have a big or have athleticism and size, you have to play that because otherwise he's going to start running over teams. He's just getting started. Those 38-point outbursts are going to be routine real soon if teams aren't adjusting and adapting and making sure they put size and length on the floor that can begin to challenge him. Otherwise, it's going to be like a father playing with kids as he towers over the NBA. The key to the game of basketball is creating space. With players such as Victor and Chet in the NBA now, the space is even more limited than ever. Things that might work on different levels of basketball are not going to work at the NBA level, where the best of the best and athletes such as this are going to be crowding the floor. So the coach in me has to say to all those kids around the world dreaming about being an NBA star, realize these are the type of players you're going to have to compete against. It's real hard to get your shot off or make a play when that type of size, athleticism, and skill is on the other side of you on the court trying to stop you. One YouTube channel that I enjoy watching is Thinking Basketball. Here is their latest on Victor Wembanyama. There is some great content over at Thinking Basketball. I'll make sure to include a link below. Thank you for tuning into NBA Info. My name is Mario Morgan, and if you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. And if you have NBA questions, be sure to comment below, and I'll be sure to answer them. Take care and enjoy the game.